All right, Kenman here, and today is a special little unboxing. We're doing a change up on the channel here, a little evolution, if you will. What am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Can you see me? Because I can see you seeing me doing this unboxing right here. Let's go. Before we start, this is a sponsored video. This knife was not given to me, but given it in? Sure. Mr. Eddie, I have a link in the description to his Instagram. He is a knife maker and collector. He has a lot of amazing knives in his collection. And was talking with him and sent some of them out to me so that I could kind of check them out, review them, and send them back. Definitely a bunch of knives that I wouldn't otherwise have the ability maybe to do. Most of them are a little bit more expensive, but they're neat. I'm excited. Let's go. We got a sponsored video from Mr. Eddie right here. Let's open up this Vosteed and see what we have. Them nicer Vosteeds. Woo! If you have any questions or thoughts about the video, please feel free to comment below. All right. I have never received a knife with a cool box like this. This Vosteed is awesome. Got a nice little cloth there. And there's the knife. Gotta take that out, get this out of the way. Mini bag on the floor. All right, what do we have? Anybody recognize this? This is the RSKAOS from Vosteed. Boom. Check that thing out. Tell you what. I have wanted this knife for a while. Because it's a little more expensive, I haven't really pulled the trigger since I didn't really have a chance to hold it, feel it, see what it's like, see what it's about. You know, I'm not going to spend $250, $300 on a knife if I haven't had a chance to really get a feel for it, see if it is something that I do like, if I enjoy the action, if I enjoy the feel and the play and the qualities of it. Well, the RSKAOS is a win. Let's talk about it. Okay, so here's the knife. This is a titanium handle, and then we have the M390. I think it says right there. Focus, yep. M390 blade, there's the maker's mark, and then they got that little Vosteed logo right there. Other than that, it's a very clean design. Beautiful knife with the black and the gold. That M390 is a nice steel, and then of course the titanium for the handle. Just a really good looking knife. So this is, it looks to be a button lock. Acts like a button lock, feels like a button lock. Not quite a button lock. Button locks are plunge locks. So the way a button lock works, like on this pyrite, is there's a button. Here, let's get in here close. There it is. And when I push that button, stand focus. When I push the button, that plunge moves out of the way and then allows the blade to drop. So that part of that button is what's kind of locking it in. And that would be a standard plunge lock button. Well, this button lock is a liner lock. So if you look at the button as it goes in there, you can see there's that pushed over piece that's just like a normal liner lock. And when you push this button in, you can see it engages that liner lock. So this is in fact a button actuated liner lock, which is different. What would be the difference, Kenman? Well, a lot of people will be on the belief that a liner lock is a stronger lock than a button lock, which for a lot of cases could be true. But so since this one works like a button lock, but is the strength of a liner lock, that's kind of a new thing that people are, well, maybe not super new, but it's one of the things that's hot right now that people are definitely into. And Vosteed's been making some really good successful versions of it. They have many coming out in the future, but you can just see the way that works. It's just a clean, slick, boom, you hit that button, it drops. The flick out is nice. The flipper tab is nice. So the thing is, as a lefty, I notice a difference is because the button's a little lower, right? So if we look at my pyrite here, a pyrite has a standard kind of button lock, And notice how the button is really close to the pivot, right next to it. And over here, that instead of being right there, the button's way down here. They need to kind of do that in this particular style so that they can get that liner lock working with it. The thing with that is when I got it in my right hand right here, it just a very natural hold, natural push, natural flick open, natural close. Everything seems to just, your thumb fits right in that spot and it's good. We flip it to this hand, I flick it out. When I go to close it, I actually now have to reach down lower with my index finger to get there. And now I'm holding it in kind of a weird place. Now I got to bring it back up to flick it out, or bring it back up in order to get up to do the flipper tab. If I hold it naturally, my middle finger is right on that button. So I can just go like that with that middle finger. It's different, and it's something that I have to get used to, but I feel like if I was going to be using this on a regular basis, that would be the way I would be doing it. I'd be using that liner activated button activated liner lock with my middle finger on the right hand, or the left. I am tongue-tied today. Thank you very much. Okay, blade is solid. No play or movement at all. Really excellent. Centered quite nicely. The detent of this liner lock button, it does, right when you got about there, focus. Come on, focus. There's nothing else on the camera to, there we go, focused. Boom. Gets pretty close and then it pops it in. So you could probably torque it, but you have to kind of flick it to get it out. So once it's out, you can kind of swing it freely like this and torque it. But it does have enough pressure that you can't really, it's harder to stop it. You gotta almost let it go. Got that nice choke up spot, so there's some jimps right there. See the first set of jimps, you put your thumb right there, it feels good. You go up to that choke up spot and then you hit those second set of jimps. Very nice. What's everyone think about these unboxings? Hit that like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Just such a good looking knife all the way around. I like the accents on these cuts. The titanium on that handle is gorgeous with the gold and the black. And then that black M390 blade. Ooh, just a great knife. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it might be worth it if it's something you're looking for. Larger knife for sure. We are looking at, holy cow. Almost, man, we're 8 3/8 tip to tip. The blade could be considered 3.5, almost 3 3/4 if you were to measure it to there, with a cutting surface of a 3-inch perfect flat cutting surface on that Wharncliffe blade. And then you have a 4 7/8 handle. That thing is big. All right, blade thickness. Wow, a little bit thicker. A lot of blades are between 0.11, 0.12 hundredths. This one's 15 hundredths. And then handles usually can get up to about a 1/2 inch. This one's 0.55, so a little bit bigger on the thickness of the blade and the handle there. I'll get out my scale. All right. 5.5, a little bit heavier for a knife. I do comparisons, everything with the Pyrite. Pyrite's 3.67, but the Pyrite is definitely a little bit smaller of a knife. The Vosteed RSKAOS is a full size for sure. Pyrite is a little bit smaller. If you don't know anything about the Pyrite, check it out. They got a lot of different versions of very cool, simple, budget button lock knife. Definitely a really cool knife. But you can see that the RSKAOS is almost 3/4 of an inch bigger on the handle and maybe a 1/4 inch bigger on the blade. Cutting surface is actually pretty close to the same. It's got that straight edge to it. Ugh, this thing is cool. We could do a comparison with the Frack. The Frack is a kind of a larger Pyrite. This is one of my favorite knives. I got this one in the titanium, and what is this, S90V? I think. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I can't get that focus. Working on some new setups for the channel. Maybe I need to back up, sit a little bit further back for that. But, you know, just a little excitement, a little evolution. See what we can do, make it a little more interesting, a little more interactive. Handle with the frac is a little bit longer and the blade is a little bit bigger. So the frac does kind of shrink down that RSKAOS just a little bit. But it doesn't knock it out. RSKAOS is cool. Vosteed has been making a lot of interesting stuff lately. Like I said, several new button actuated liner locks. They got another one that's coming out soon that has the button lock in the pivot. That will be interesting to check out. I don't have too many things from Vosteed yet. Got a couple. If you're looking for one that's on a little bit more of the budget-friendly side, the Bellamy is excellent. It's a nice smooth knife. You can check it out right up there. But yeah, Vosteed makes some cool stuff. I do have a link if you want to go through that. You can use my affiliate link. Kind of helps out the channel. I appreciate it. Check out some Vosteeds. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.